Here we have a Sennheiser HD600 headphone driver, taken from inside the headphones. Someone tried to replace the spring, but the thin speaker wire broke. One wire is still connected. Notice that it is not soldered. Instead, it goes inside a small brass tube. The broken wire is now too short to fit back into the tube. And even if I could get it back in there, I still couldn't reconnect it. This is some kind of crimp connection, and it can only be done once. The only option is left to try soldering the wire directly to the brass tube. First, I protect the speaker diaphragm. There's a strong magnet inside the driver. If I bring something like a screwdriver too close, the magnet will snap it straight into the driver. So this is just to prevent any further damage. Next, I use a hot soldering iron and solder to burn off the insulation lacquer and breathe in the wire. This wire is extremely thin, only a few hundredths of a millimeter thick, about the same thickness as a human hair. Because of that, you can scrape the insulation off. The end of the brass tube also needs to be pre-thinned. The solder has to stick properly, but I can't heat it too much. If it gets too hot, the plastic will melt and the connector will come off. And replacement drivers for these headphones are no longer available, so I have to be careful. I'm holding the wire down with my finger. The wire is so thin you can't feel it. Tweezers aren't an option here. If I pull the wire with tweezers, it will snap instantly. By the way, this soldering iron is actually very small. It may look big here, but the video image is heavily magnified. Let's test the connection. The meter shows 293 ohms. The impedance of these headphones is 300 ohms, so that looks good. Next, I try to clean the flux with a cotton swab and some ethanol. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible, so the wire doesn't come loose. But it came off anyway. Alright, I'll just solder it back again and leave the flux there. It doesn't really cause any problems. The flux isn't corrosive and it doesn't conduct electricity. It's just a bit sticky and messy. But then I noticed something else. The other wire has also come loose. This time it's detached from inside the tube. That suggests metal fatigue. After thousands of hours of vibration and resonance, the wire slowly weakened and now it finally broke. So let's fix this side as well. And finally, we check the connection again. Still 293 ohms, so the connection looks good. Originally, the copper wire was attached with a crimp connection on purpose. Heating the wire weakens it. It becomes brittle, the surface oxidizes, and the wire softens. Headphone drivers vibrate constantly, which puts stress on the wire. And the solder joint is not as durable as a crimped one. But in this case, soldering was the only option. There's no guarantee how long this repair will last. The headphones might fail again soon, or they might keep working for years. But at least they've got a little more time. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.